I was really relieved to read everything that you had to say because I thought that it was a perspective that we hadn't heard. Because here's this guy who, after your husband passed away, offered to take your daughter to the father daughter dance at her school because her dad had died. And that was something that you write really touched you at the time, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, there's so much to say here, Andy.
Yes.
People are obviously multi-dimensional, all of
Yes.
us, every one of us, even though the temptation, particularly in this day and age, is to people put people in a certain box and have them be good, bad, or whatever. And I wanted to show a full relationship, that I had with Matt and the way I processed this very upsetting and disturbing news about him and his behavior. And I think I did it in a very, uh, I think, nuanced and appropriate way
I
where you
agree.
have someone you think you know who you don't know, and trying to not only understand his behavior, but also put it into perspective about the time we came of age in the business, which I
Yes.
talk a lot about,
Yes.
and what was accepted behavior and how, I did a lot of research. I talked
Yep.
to a gender studies expert at Stanford about how a permissive environment really paves the way for more serious transgressions, which I think is an environment that did exist at
For
NBC,
sure.
certainly in
By
the
the way, it
90s.
existed everywhere. I was at CBS News from 90 to 2000, and you write about what that world was like, and it was just a different world. But I think you're very fair, and you put it in context. You don't excuse any of his behavior.